Good morning. It's Friday morning. We don't have school today, so I'm at home, which is kind of nice. I had my second shot on Tuesday, and I didn't really feel anything from it. Wednesday, I was content to not eat at all. There was a lot of food around at school and snacks, and there's candy all over my room for the kids. Didn't want to eat. So Wednesday I didn't eat, and our kids came over, and they're like, well, let's do dinner. So we opted for a healthy dinner. I had salmon and a piece of homemade bread, and he had steak and broccoli and a bite of bread. And I woke up the next morning with a 2-pound weight loss. Pretty cool. I was excited. So Thursday morning I had a 2-pound weight loss. Last night, so I went through all day yesterday. I was a little hungry yesterday. I don't know what it was, but I did have a sugar-free soda. Not a diet soda, but a sugar-free soda. I don't know if it makes a difference. I drank my tea. I've been drinking my black tea hot to keep me warm. I had that, and we had dinner last night. We had pita pit, which was, probably not the best thing you could have, but it was better than most options. We did extra protein in our pitas, and yeah, I lost another 2 pounds last night. So I'm down 4 pounds this week so far. I'm still not nauseous. So the doctor, we had a really interesting conversation with him. He actually was the one that administered our doses this week, and it was kind of nice getting to meet him. He said he's done it himself. His wife has done it, and there's I don't know how many tiers there are, 12, 15 tiers that you can do. So dose increases, I guess is what you would call them, but he calls them tiers. The first one is just an introduction to see if you're going to have an allergic reaction to it. And then they start going up to see how much your body can withstand, I guess, or your body needs to make it work so that you aren't hungry. So we started at a 0.2 and we're up at a 0.375 now. He said he wants the dose. The dose should make you feel a little nauseous. Not I want to puke my brains out, or I'm in the bathroom all day having bowel issues, but nauseous so you don't really want to eat. And I don't feel that way. I just feel like I can say, I don't need food. But yesterday my stomach was gurgling and growling. I'm like, that's different. Wednesday it didn't do that. Thursday it did do that. So I'm curious to see what it does today, because the further I get away from that shot, the more I'm probably going to see that hunger. And Terry has determined that we're going to do 1 meal a day. It's going to be dinner, and it's going to be a nice dinner. I'm fine with that. And my part of that is he wants the nice dinner, and I want the 0-carb dinner. So we can have vegetable carbs. I hate that I rub my face and then the light changes. We can have vegetable carbs, but we are not having processed food. So my bread is safe. We can have that because I know what's in it. It's a high protein flour that I use so that it's not just emptiness. Anyways, that's our rule. Homemade sourdough bread. Homemade sourdough bread is an option. Any meats, proteins, and vegetables, but not corn or carrots or anything that are too high on that glycemic index. He's drinking coffee in the morning, 1 to 2 cups, and I'm drinking tea throughout the day. I usually have 1 in the morning with him, and then I have been having 2 at school. And then I drink my water. I usually drink 1 to 2 hydros or Stanleys of water a day. If I don't drink enough, I crave it at night, and then I drink it all night, and that's just what I do. I'm liking that I'm shrinking finally. I'm bummed that I couldn't do it the first week because I feel like I wasted a week, but I also am glad that I wasn't having an allergic reaction to the semaglutides. So those of you who are just getting here, I'm on a semaglutide injection. Semaglutides are, they help your body produce or act like the GLP-1s, glucose-like peptides. One, I don't know what the one is for, but it helps your body be more sensitive to the insulin. I'm hoping that it means I'm producing less insulin. I'm also hoping that it's burning more fat. Because we are doing the intermittent fasting the way we're doing it, where it's one meal a day every 24 hours-ish, and we're trying to have that meal before 6 o'clock, brain fog. Too many things going on. Actually, I'm thinking about 16 different things right now. That will keep the weight loss going, and eventually I might be able to start doing like 2 days of fasting and build up to, you know, multiple days of fasting again. Fasting is important to me because fasting is what will take away my loose skin so I don't have saggy baggy legs that clap when I walk. And my arms, I can see the weight loss in my arms. They're more like cottage cheesy, which is really weird. But they're less full and they're more empty. So I'm hoping that that will continue to go away. I can see it in my neck. I can see it in my face. But the fasting will help like tighten up all of this. Because your skin is an organ that replenishes itself. I think it's like every 6 months your skin is new. That it will help me to not have the saggy baggy skin. So I need to lose the weight, and then I need to focus on my skin shrinking, and that's going to require the autophagy, which is where your body uses up cells that it doesn't need, or broken cells, and consumes those proteins. I'm gonna keep checking in. I'll check in again probably on Monday, just because, and these might be coming up weird because I think my last one was posted on a Friday, so I might be off a day, but it's going to be Monday and Friday that I'm going to try and check in, because Monday is the day before my dose, and Monday will tell if my dose is high enough, if I'm hungry or if I'm just like fine. I can go up one more dose before I have to pay more, and it's only $10 more, but I'd like to try and not have to pay more if I can get by. But I'm, like I said, I'm not nauseous. I'm just not wanting food all the time. I'm not hungry. My tummy was growling, but I could have probably satisfied that by drinking some water. I did have my LMNT water yesterday, which is an electrolyte water. I was researching, do you guys drink electrolyte water? Do you have a favorite brand or a favorite type? I've done the LMNT because it was advertised on other YouTubers' channels, and I wanted to try it out and see if it really did. I was dragging yesterday, and when I took it, it like rejuvenated me, and I had like tons of energy. That was exciting to me. I'm like, well, maybe it's just electrolyte imbalance when I'm dragging and I'm low, and I just need to do that more. I think it's like $30 a month. It might be $40 a month. But to me, that's reasonable. I'm only doing it once a day or once every other day, so it'll last me a little bit longer. But it makes me feel like I have the energy to go do things. So that means my body is lacking in magnesium, potassium, and sodium. It's like taking a vitamin B shot almost, because my brain just cleared up. So I probably should go do one now because I'm a little foggy. I did take the supplements that they gave us. It was a B complex. It was a free sample supplement. You know, every doctor's office is trying to get you to buy more meds, more supplements, or whatever. We'll probably go to Costco and get their B complex because so much cheaper at Costco. I think it's $15 for like 3 months versus who knows how much it is at the doctor's office. They had a lipotropic one that I talked about a little bit before. It was a shot that I had talked about, but they gave it to me in pill form. I'm not sure if I'm going to take it. I'm going to see what the bees do for now, and I'm going to let the bees happen. And then I might add it in and see. It's supposed to help you burn fat, which, yay, I want to do that. But the doctor, when we talked to him about it, he said it's more about when you're exercising. And I know my body well enough that I have to either focus on losing weight or I have to focus on exercising. Because if I exercise while I'm trying to lose weight, I'm hungry. And in that hunger, I start to eat. That's really funny. I just noticed my quilt in the background with all my candy bars on it. That's hilarious. I was given that fabric and I made a quilt out of it. Anyways, yeah, kind of funny, but whatever. It doesn't bother me. I can sit with I had a bucket full of candy on my desk yesterday and I didn't even think to put one in my mouth. It wasn't even a temptation. It was really kind of strange. I did have a kind of a stressful day and I did reach for this soda. At the end of the day, Terry offered me one and I'm like, no, I just don't want it anymore. I had a bad headache the last time I quit and I just kind of tired of it. I get bored with water and I get bored with tea and I really crave that carbonation because that was always my go-to thing. But I don't know. I've got to figure out how I can do it. I need to just get my canister for my soda stream and just refill it and just drink the stuff from home. It doesn't have all those extra chemicals in it. And I don't know. Every once in a while, I just want soda. I just want the carbs or the carbonated water. Carbonation, the bubbles in my throat, because it takes some mucus out of my throat when I'm like doing allergies and stuff, which it's springtime and the pollen is flowing. And I am not having allergies this year. Everybody around me is sick and I'm just like cruising along. So I'm hoping that with the fasting and stuff that I've done over the last year, I don't have that. I did have a moment or two where I had to use my inhaler because I felt like I was wheezy, but I don't know if I was fighting something or if it was that moment. But normally by now I'm like full on Zyrtec every single day religiously or I'm miserable and I'm not there. I wake up a little phlegmy. I wake up a little snotty, blow my nose, go on for my day. It's really not bad. So there's so much healing in fasting and there's so much healing in putting the correct foods into your system. I was on TikTok yesterday thumbing through things and it came across how the year you were born, what was invented, and I couldn't find my year, but 2 years after I was born, evidently the Happy Meal was invented, and I was like, wow, I'm older than a Happy Meal. I mean, I already know I'm older than like the internet, and I'm older than Google, and I'm older than all those things, but it was just kind of funny that I'm older than a Happy Meal. And the one lady, she goes, well, now that they're talking about Happy Meals, I really want McDonald's, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to ever eat McDonald's fries again because I know how many chemicals are in those. But anyways, my phone's ringing. I'm being summoned, so I best get on my way. I've rambled enough for one day, and I will check in with you later. I just wanted to make a little short ending to my video and let everybody know I'm not a doctor, not a nutritionist. I'm not licensed in anything. I'm not certified in anything. I've just done my research. And I searched out the information that I needed to help my body. Please don't take anything I say on here seriously as something that you have to do or you need to do. Do your own research, consult your physician. Don't start any crazy fasting diet or anything without talking to your doctor or at least doing your research. I'm just a person. This is just my journey. I wanted to share it with people and I wanted to encourage people. And I wanted to just put it out there that we're living a life to make it the best that it can be. I hope you might be encouraged by this or inspired to go out there and live your best life. One bucket list item after another. I can only do one thing at a time, but I'll do my best. So don't forget, talk to your doctor, talk to your nutritionist, do your own research. But here's to a healthier, happier you and me. Let's go out there and live.